Before 2026 starts, listen to this slowly. Not like background noise, not like another motivational video playing while you scroll. Listen as if this is a message meant only for you, because maybe it is. Right now, you are standing at a very strange point in your life. Not at the beginning, not at the end, but somewhere in the middle where reflection hurts and hope feels risky. You've lived enough years to have regrets, disappointments, memories that still sting, and promises you once made to yourself that quietly disappeared. And yet, you're still here, breathing, thinking, wondering if the next year can be different. Wondering if you can be different. Think about the last few years of your life. Think honestly, not what you show people, not what you post. The real story. The nights you went to bed feeling like you wasted another day. The mornings you woke up already tired of trying. The plans you made with full motivation that lasted only a week. Maybe a month. The times you said, from tomorrow everything will change, but tomorrow came and went like every other day. And slowly, without realizing it, you started lowering your expectations of yourself. You stopped dreaming big, not because you didn't want more, but because you were scared of failing again. That's the part nobody talks about. Failure doesn't just hurt once. It slowly trains your mind to expect less from life and from yourself. It makes you cautious. It makes you comfortable with okay, even when your soul wants extraordinary, and by the time a new year approaches, you don't even feel excited anymore. You just hope it's not worse than the last one. But pause here. Because before 2026 begins, you need to hear this clearly. Your past does not disqualify you from a powerful future. The mistakes you made, the time you wasted, the chances you missed, they are not life sentences. They are lessons. And lessons only become curses when you refuse to learn from them. Right now, there are two versions of you standing at the door of 2026. One version carries the same habits, the same excuses, the same fears, the same comfort zone. That version says, I'll try again, but deep down already expects to quit. The other version is quieter, but stronger. That version is tired of repeating the same year with a different calendar. That version doesn't want motivation, it wants transformation. And the truth is, only one version gets to walk with you into the next year. The most dangerous lie you've ever believed is this: I have time. Time feels unlimited when you're young or distracted. But one day you wake up and realize years have passed and nothing truly changed. Dreams don't die loudly. They fade quietly while you're busy surviving instead of building. And if you're not careful, 2026 will become just another number added to a long list of almost years. Ask yourself something uncomfortable right now. If nothing changes, not your habits, not your mindset, not your daily actions, where will you be at the end of 2026? Same place? Same problems? Same frustration? Same excuses? Because hoping without changing is not optimism. It's self-deception. Here's a hard truth, but a freeing one. No one is coming to save you. Not the perfect opportunity. Not the perfect mentor. Not the perfect moment. Life doesn't change when conditions become perfect. Life changes when you decide that you will no longer wait. Waiting feels safe, but it silently steals your potential. You don't need a new life, you need a new standard. A new standard for how you speak to yourself. A new standard for what you tolerate. A new standard for how you spend your days. Because your life in 2026 will not be defined by big dramatic moments. It will be defined by the small decisions you make when no one is watching. Motivation is not what you've been missing. You felt motivated before, many times. Motivation comes and goes. Discipline stays. Identity stays. The real shift happens when you stop asking, how do I stay motivated? And start asking, who do I need to become? Because when your identity changes, your actions follow. Right now, you might feel behind in life. You might feel like others are moving faster, achieving more, living better. Social media makes sure you see everyone's highlights while you sit with your doubts. But remember this, life is not a race and comparison is a trap. You are not late. You are not broken. You are not incapable. You are simply uncommitted to your full potential, yet. Before 2026 starts, make a decision that scares you a little. Decide that this time, you won't quit when it gets uncomfortable, because it will get uncomfortable. Growth always does. The moment you start waking up earlier, your mind will fight you. The moment you start working on your goals consistently, doubt will show up. The moment you stop making excuses, fear will whisper, "What if you fail again?" But listen carefully. Discomfort is not a sign to stop. It's a sign that you are finally moving. You don't need to overhaul your entire life overnight. That's another trap. Big promises, zero follow-through. Instead, commit to becoming 1% better every day. One better decision. One disciplined action. One honest effort. Over a year, that compounds into a completely different person. And that person will look back and barely recognize the version of you who felt stuck. Understand this deeply. Your mind believes what you repeatedly tell it. If you keep saying, "I'm lazy," "I can't stay consistent," "I always fail," your brain will work hard to prove you right. But if you start acting like someone who keeps promises to themselves, even small ones, your confidence will grow naturally. Confidence is not built by thinking positive thoughts. It's built by keeping commitments. There will be days in 2026 when you don't feel like showing up. Days when quitting feels easier than continuing. Days when progress feels invisible. Those are the days that matter the most. Anyone can work when they feel inspired. Winners are built on the days they don't. Stop waiting to feel ready. Ready is a feeling that comes after action, not before it. You become confident by doing difficult things, not by thinking about them. You become disciplined by acting disciplined, even when your emotions disagree. Let go of the idea that you must be perfect. Perfectionism is just fear in a clean outfit. You don't need perfect plans. You need consistent effort. Messy action beats perfect intention every single time. Before 2026 starts, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself for the years you didn't know better. Forgive yourself for the mistakes you made while trying to survive. But do not use forgiveness as permission to stay the same. Use it as fuel to rise. Imagine yourself 1 year from now. Not vaguely. Clearly. How do you wake up? How do you spend your mornings? How do you speak? How do you treat your body? How do you handle problems? That version of you is not created by wishing. It's created by what you do today, tomorrow, and the day after that. Your environment matters. If you stay around people who normalize excuses, comfort, and complaining, you will become like them no matter how motivated you feel. Protect your mind. Be selective with what you watch, what you listen to, and who you give your energy to. Not everyone deserves access to your future. Remember this. Pain is unavoidable, but suffering is optional. The pain of discipline or the pain of regret. Choose wisely. Both hurt, but one builds you while the other breaks you slowly. Before 2026 begins, decide that this will be the year you stop negotiating with your weaker self. The voice that says, "Just today, just this once, I'll start next week." That voice has cost you years. It's time to stop listening. You are more powerful than you think, but power unused feels like weakness. Potential unused feels like frustration. That's why you feel restless sometimes. That's your higher self asking for more. This is not about becoming someone else. This is about becoming who you are supposed to be before fear, comfort, and doubt took control. When 2026 starts, let it start with clarity. Let it start with courage. Let it start with a promise you actually keep. Not to be perfect, not to never fail, but to never quit on yourself again. Because 1 year from now, you will look back at this moment. And there are only 2 feelings waiting for you. Pride or regret. Choose now which one you want to live with. The calendar will change whether you change or not. The question is simple but heavy. When 2026 ends, will you still be making excuses? Or will you finally be making progress? The choice is yours. And it always has been.